Hello and welcome to my channel Geekbuzz. I'm a freelancer on Fiverr and I provide IT support and web development services. One day I came up with the idea why I don't make tutorials on my clients' requests. My first video is on Froxlor. One of my clients asked me to install it on his VPS server and here we go. So please subscribe to my channel, that helps me a lot, and thank you. So today is about froxlor, the free alternative of Cpanel with all features you're gonna ever need. So let's get started. We're gonna install froxlor on Ubuntu server. I'm gonna connect to my server using putty. I put the localhost because I'm using my local server for this. So just put your IP address. If you are using GUI based distribution, just open terminal and follow my steps. So we are on the command line of our VPS server. It's Ubuntu 18 Bionic version. So we're gonna start by installing tasksel to install LAMP server. If you are not root, please use sudo. Next, we're gonna proceed to install LAMP server. Sudo tasksel. Gonna choose LAMP server. Proceed to LAMP server and press space. You can proceed to LAMP server by arrows and then tab. Okay, it's going to take a while, so we're gonna pause the recording and we will get back when we finish. So we finished installing LAMP server. So we're gonna proceed to install dependencies in order to run froxlor. So I will put the commands in the description below the video. So apt-get install PHP 7.2. Okay, PHP 7.2. What else? Color. Resources. JSON. Yes. So here we are done with installing all dependencies. Now let's set a password for the root MySQL server. Sudo mysql to root /p. Just press enter. You will be logged without any passwords. Now let's change the password for the root user. So we need to do alter user root at localhost. Just put localhost because you have installed your MySQL server on the localhost. Default. Just put a password here. I'm gonna use test as a root password. Okay, query okay, 0 rows affected. So now we do an exit. We're gonna have to connect to our MySQL server without using sudo. Root let's put the password we have set. It's test. Okay, we can connect. Now we need to create a database for froxlor. Create database. Let's name it froxlor or anything you ever want. Don't forget it. So what else? We need to create a user. So we name it froxlor2. So froxlor at localhost identity with sorry, multiplied by. You just put your password. I'm gonna use passwords. Don't forget it. Query okay. So now we can proceed to grant all the privilege to this user on that database. So we're gonna put grant all privileges on froxlor point star to froxlor at localhost notify by passwords with grant option. Okay, now we're gonna do flush to privileges and we exit database. Now the database is ready to use. So now everything is ready for installing froxlor. As a last step before proceeding to downloading froxlor, we're gonna restart the Apache service and the MySQL service. So we do sudo Apache 2 restart. Okay, so just like the last command, but we change it to mysql and restart. Good, everything is good. Now we're gonna proceed to download froxlor. So we're gonna go to this path. It's the web server path. Then we're gonna download the latest version of froxlor. So sudo apt-get. We're gonna put the link for froxlor. You will find it in the description. Just paste it. Good, we are downloading. So our file is downloaded. Now we're gonna extract the files from that file. We're gonna do sudo tar xvfz froxlor-latest.tar.gz. Done. Now we have the directory of froxlor. We can remove the file. Sudo rf froxlor-latest, the file, not the directory. Okay, so before we start, we need to change the owner and the group for the directory of froxlor to the owner data www. It's the Apache. So we're gonna use sudo chown data var froxlor cannot access to bit of good. Now let's verify. Let's know the owner and the group is www data. Good to go. So the next step now is to switch to the browser and finish installing froxlor. So just put your server IP address or your domain name if you have a domain name pointing to this web server. So I just gonna put localhost. The directory is froxlor. So here we go. Welcome to froxlor. It seems has been not installed yet. We're gonna proceed to start install. So as you see, all dependencies are satisfied. We click on continue. We choose our language, English, change the language. So okay, so we put the password, we put the password of a privileged MySQL server. So we put the root password of MySQL server, we put that as a test. So I'm just going to write test. Now the normal user of MySQL server, I just done password If you have done password, just write password or your chosen one. Now let's make a password for the admin panel, and I'm just gonna put any password. We stick to Apache 2.4 and continue. Access denied for using password. I don't know why. It's okay. It's froxlor. I made a mistake. It's not the privilege account, so the normal account password. Now we put the root password of the MySQL database. I just put test. No. Okay. It's good. Froxlor installed. Let's connect. Admin and password. Good. System not configured yet. Just click it to go configuration. So now we're gonna to configure our server. You can use the GUI, but I prefer the command. We just use the command line. We copy this command, get back here, we do sudo, we pass the command, press enter. So here he says we must choose our distribution. We are using Bionic, so just put Bionic if you are using Bionic. If you are using another distribution, just put your distribution name, enter. Now we are using Apache 2.4, enter. Just use the default DNS, it's byte. Postfix 2, the Dover K2, postfix, pro FTPD. We don't need any other service. The output file name, leave it to default. Now he says, do you want to apply to the config now? By default it's no, but we wanna to use it to apply it now. Just put yes, enter, and it should be done soon. Yes. It needs to satisfy some dependencies, so we're gonna skip to the last of. We're gonna skip until he finishes. Dependencies must be satisfied. Here he asks us to the type of mail configuration. We choose internet sites. We're gonna use it for hosting websites. Okay. So as you see, done configuration and installing dependencies. So we should be ready to rock and roll. We go back to our panel. We refresh the page. And it's done. We are ready to manage our server. So our tutorial is finished. Please feel free to put your comments, like if this video helped you in a way or another, and please subscribe, that helps me a lot. If you are not familiar with commands and IT stuffs, leave that for me. You can hire me and I will take the rest. I can resolve any issues with operating systems, networking, and web hosting. Just contact me on Fiverr or on my email address. I will respond in minutes. To the next video, and thank you.